Hello, welcome into the 15-minute weather edition. I'm meteorologist John Ziegler with meteorologist Courtney Aiken. I hate to say your name and compare it to a photo, but I saw this insane photo out of Aiken yesterday.
Oh, yes. Okay, tell me more.
I don't know. I should have put this in the show now, but the sunset last night was something like a watercolor, and the person sent it to me in Aiken. That's it.
I learned something, like it's pronounced the same. It's exactly the same, minus one letter. So that's kind of funny.
All right, there we go.
Never seen my last name
You got to go
anywhere.
up to Aiken County. They'll welcome you in there. They'll make you go fishing, though.
Well, I mean, it's got to happen at some point.
Yeah.
It's got to happen at some point.
Well, today's going to be beautiful.
Yes.
And we're still going to do a little recap on the interesting freezing rain event. Mm-hmm. And then plus, we're going to talk more in depth about that Saturday chance for snow. We have some updates on that Saturday snow. It's been creeping up. So we're going to show you what we're looking at now for Saturday's snow chance.
Yeah, trends have been interesting. Of course, what happened earlier this week was interesting and kind of unfortunate. But first, we always do like to get you through a fast forecast just so you know what to expect headed out the door. So we'll do that now. This morning was nice. This is what it looked like. Clouds gave way to mostly clear sky. A couple clouds still out there floating around, but it is going to be a really nice day. Lows this morning were in the teens, so it was not as chilly as yesterday morning. Yesterday morning, our low in the Twin Cities was 10. Today was 15. So a little bit better. 18 for Blaine this morning. Zooming it out, still chilly up north with those lows in the single digits. As we get into the next 12 hours, you're going to need maybe a light layer, but certainly the sunglasses as we have clear skies all the way into our afternoon. And yes, we are expected to get into the low 40s today. Warmer than yesterday, not as warm as we will be tomorrow. 41 today for the metro, 46 in Rochester, Mankato, beautiful day, 44, and even some low 50s as you make your way down into that southwest pocket of the state. As we get into tonight and Friday morning, we're a little bit below freezing in those upper 20s, and we have some mid to lower 20s up to the north. Tomorrow afternoon is the warmest thing we have on the 7-day, mid 40s locally, but you'll notice winds will be picking up. So we have a front that comes through, and that will cause the winds to whip and the temperatures to drop. And then beyond that front, as we get into the weekend, that's our next best chance of snow. So Saturday, not only do we have cooler temperatures, we're going from 40s Friday to 20s on Saturday. We also have some light snow possible. This does look like it will be most impactful for areas down to the south of the Twin Cities. We could see around an inch of accumulation, but we'll walk you through the models here in a couple of minutes. Sunday is the first day of March, and we're starting the month off on a cold note with temperatures a little bit below average by nearly 10 degrees. So we're in the low 20s, and then we have yet another warming trend that takes us all the way into this time next week, 30s Monday, Tuesday, and then back to around 40 by Wednesday. So we're still kind of on the temperature roller coaster over the next 7 days or so.
Yeah, I mean, you look at the weekend. Obviously, if you despise winter, you're really going to hate this weekend because it's coming off of 45. So this is the second Fool's Spring, right?
Yep.
This is going to feel great. 41, 45, and then we're going to drop about 30 degrees Saturday morning. It's a fairly strong cold front on Friday, and of course we'll show you more of that. Saturday, to me, it looks like it's either going to snow or it's not, right? We could get a couple of inches of snow. I don't think this is going to end up being like a couple flurries, so we're just waiting to get the percentages higher. It's either going to be a 90% chance of snow or a 0, right?
Right, very hit or miss with that.
The reason it's only 30 right now is probably what you see on your phones and stuff is because we have 8 models that don't give us any snow and then 1 model that does. So it's the European model, which is our favorite model.
It is. We're very partial to the European model.
we are
like
very partial.
Yeah, we're very partial.
I think also, while we predicted that March was going to start off cold, which it will, you got 3 or 4 days straight below average. Wednesday looks closer to average. The average high is going to be in the middle to upper 30s very, very fast.
Very soon.
Yeah, so this is changing, and you've already made it through winter. Congratulations.
Thank you so much. I think I deserve that.
You do?
I deserve the congrats, yeah.
What are you going to get, a bottle of champagne or something to celebrate the end of winter?
I have no idea. I'm just excited to stop falling on the ice.
Okay. I do feel bad because I'm not sure, as a Minnesotan will tell you, we are not truly ever sure when winter ends.
Okay.
So it snowed all the way through May.
Oh, good grief. Okay. All right.
So I typically believe spring starts when the tulips come up.
Oh, I like that.
I
Okay.
need something because because some people will say, well, it doesn't stop snowing until the end of April or May.
Yeah.
It's usually by May 1st. I've had it snow on Mother's Day too in the past 5 years, but that's been anyway. But even in between that, those years were in the 70s still. It just
Okay.
happened to snow that one day. Because
Right.
think about it like this. Every time there's a major tornado outbreak in Missouri or Oklahoma
You've got snow
or
up here,
Texas,
right?
think how extreme those lows are.
Yep.
So the northern side of those lows are very extreme for cold air. They pull like literally everything into it, and we're in that way.
Those systems are so interesting to track on a nationwide scale because you can see it's snow up here and then you have this huge comma
Yep.
that transitions into like a QLCS down south. So very interesting.
Quasi-linear convective system.
Bam. We're nerds.
Nice.
But yeah, very interesting.
Yeah. Yeah, so the QLCS is just a bowing line. It's like a squall line that's on steroids. It just, it bows out. It's nasty, has tornadoes on it. We get those sometimes up here, mainly late summer, mid to late summer. But yeah, I think that, so when you think about it like that, we only get them isolated because of the tornado outbreaks. Because obviously if there's a tornado outbreak in Missouri, well, we're probably going to get snow.
It's all connected somehow.
Yep,
It's
yep.
the same bigger system.
And then by the time those systems weaken, it's summertime.
Right.
So that's why early May you can still get them, kind of like when the tornado outbreaks are at their peak. Outside of that, tulips start in probably 40 days.
Okay.
So
here we go.
Once that tulip comes up, I'm like, I freak out. I got tulips.
Let's
so,
go.
So I'm a tulip fan.
You're
So I have them all over my yard.
okay.
Okay, not yard, like in the
because
beds.
they correct me if I'm wrong, and I very well could be wrong, but aren't they one of the ones that you plant and then it
Forever.
Yes, it keeps coming back?
Yes, perennial.
they're like the Terminator. They just like come back.
Or a perennial. Terminator, perennial.
Or perennial.
It's all the same. Yes, it's a Terminator. So yeah. We hijacked the Tulis and Terminators here.
Terminator.
It's all right.
This is just going to be a podcast.
Yeah, it's pretty much
Tulis and
podcast you're
Terminators.
watching right now. But we haven't even got to the snow. I got to
That's right. We got to
transition out of this. We'll talk about the snow. Oh, I forgot to click the button too. Look at the high temps yesterday. So it was 11-24, but there's big changes off to the west. West Coast, or really not West Coast, but the Mountain Range and Great Plains have had a really mild winter because of the positioning of the lows. Look at North Platte, 65. So we could tap into some of this. It would be extremely nice. Look at the temperature trends here. Here are the temperature trends over the past month and a half. Remember, it didn't snow because it was too cold. And remember, it didn't snow because it was too warm. And then we got snow because we started fluctuating. I love fluctuation for snow lovers, because fluctuation means that you're warming up and cooling down, warming up and cooling down. What do you think low pressure centers do? It's that. We've been a little unlucky. Like Friday, for example, Canada's getting snow. We're not. But with the temperatures around average, you should have shots at snow. And we will have that chance on Saturday. So here's February again. We are still 6.5 degrees above average as of now. We were 10. But we're ending the month below average, and we know that. Even as we go through the 27th and 28th, it will be below. Still going to end up about 4 degrees above average. So the forecast was a below average winter. December was below average. January was below average, but February will come in above average. So 2/3, 66% accurate. That's phenomenal, right? That's Hall of Fame numbers in baseball. But no, I was thinking that February would be below average because we were we technically still were in a La Nina pattern. The East Coast just took a little bit of the brunt. Let's talk about the precip that we saw. I must have skipped this. Hold on. I want to go back. Go back. There we go. I wanted to show you this. Come on now. Wait. Okay, there's another slide. It's the precip. There we go. We've only had really 3 days with snow. This one we picked up less than 0.01 inches of snow, and that was because it was mainly ice. So this is actually the precip for Tuesday in the Twin Cities. A trace is used for less than 0.01. If you didn't know what a trace is, that's kind of nice to explain. And we did pick up some freezing rain at 0.02. 2 inches. So we picked up a decent chunk of freezing rain. If that was snow, it would have been more than 0.02. It probably would have ended up being, maybe half an inch of snow. So we would have much rather had the half an inch of snow. But we are falling behind. Not that bad. We're only about, not even an inch, we're inch and good math, 1.2 inches behind. This is still, this is the most interesting stat of all time. St. Cloud is 5 inches less on average. I do not know why. I mean, I have my theories, but somebody better do a research project on that. Calling all the Einsteins out there. For whatever reason, I said that, and then I wanted a bagel. All right, so International Falls 47, and then we go to 50. We're still behind. Every single place is actually behind right now. And then we'll talk about the snow here. I'm coming back to the desk. But do you know Einstein's Bagels?
Heck yeah, I do.
You say that and you're like, oh, the light bulb dude or the bagels?
No, the Einstein Bros bagels. We would always go college. We would take like weekend ski trips.
Thomas Edison was a light bulb.
And he sure was.
Oops.
I only know that because of Schoolhouse Rock.
I said Einstein for light bulb. Keep going.
There's a song about it.
Oh, nice.
But yeah, the Einstein Bros bagels was always the stop on the way to the mountains.
Oh, really?
Yeah, for ski
there
trips.
You go.
Yeah. Anyway, snow.
Okay, we'll give you 3 minutes of snow talk. And we'll wait for the tulips till the end. So this is fast forward through tonight. You can see our little clipper off there to the left. There's our low pressure center coming in from the north. Now, see how it's a legitimate low? I think people forget that every low has snow on it. And this has been a reason that Canada's had a lot more snow than we have. They're taking the lows. We're getting the fluctuations in temperatures. You want to be north of the low. So why do you get fluctuations of temperatures south of the low? But if the low was in Sioux Falls every day in Des Moines, we would get snow every time, and it would never, the temperatures wouldn't fluctuate like that. So I don't know. I'd rather have snow every day, but it's fine. I digress. Anyways, Friday you're going to see the temperature start in the 30s and 40s, and then it's going to be a dry cold front in the 16 degree category. And then it's not, I'm putting a low on here. It's not really even a low. It's more of like an air, it's like a boundary that it's going to snow, so this makes it a little difficult. I'll call it a low, but this is a tricky one because a boundary could just hang out there and it could snow for a long time. It looks like it's probably going to be light. There's not a lot of forcing, but what we're trying to do is figure out where that boundary is going to be. Right now it looks like it's in southwest Minnesota. Excuse me. But we'll have to watch that. So here's what it looks like. This is the European model. And you can see this one's pretty aggressive for the metro. Obviously, when I say aggressive, I literally mean 1 to 2 inches of snow.
Right.
So this is like low end. But what are the odds of you getting that snow? Right now, I'd say it's a coin flip for the metro or the areas down in Mankato. And the reason it's not 80 or 90% is because of the model that I'll show you next. But you get the idea, southwest of us, better chance. Metro, even southwest metro has a better chance. And this is the GFS. So the GFS is down towards Sioux Falls. And it has been trending north. So I would say Mankato and Marshall, despite that saying 0, probably has the best chances right now.
I think so, yeah. And the European, you were saying, is a little bit aggressive. And we're not saying it's aggressive in terms of snow amounts because we're not looking for several inches. This is going to be a 1 to 2 inch type deal. But it's aggressive in that it is expecting snow for the Twin Cities, whereas this other model, as you can see right now, it's on your screen, is not really expecting anything. So this very well could be a situation where we get 1 or 2 inches or we get nothing at all.
Yeah. I don't think this is going to be widespread either. So that makes it tricky because if it's a big blanket, then we all get it. But yeah, I don't know. I kind of got a feeling we're going to get some snow because the GFS started trending north. And usually my saying is trends don't stop trending. So, it's hard. You can't say, oh, it's going to keep trending here. You don't know where it's going to stop. But I just have a feeling that, yeah, Twin Cities will probably get in this, mainly Southwest Metro. So Southwest Metro.
That's what it looks like. And if we do get that, then that would probably be our last snow of the month.
Yep.
After that, we got some future temperatures on there. We're going to cool down either way.
Yeah, let's look at Sunday. Do you stop it on Sunday? Whoa!
There you go.
Yeah, sorry. Happy
Single
March.
digits.
It's okay. I think the rest of March is starting to trend warmer now in the last few model runs.
I did see that from the Climate Prediction Center. Looks like we could.
Early Toolies. Early
The
tulies.
Terminator's back early. We'll see.
Terminator tulips.
See you tomorrow.